The Call of Duty Next event and Modern Warfare 2's Beta Weekend 1 have both come and gone, and there's a lot of information that we need to talk about today. Let's start off by talking about what Call of Duty Next revealed. Call of Duty Next revealed a ton of information about DMZ, Warzone 2.0, Modern Warfare 2, and Warzone Mobile. Let's start with Warzone Mobile. Warzone Mobile will be releasing sometime in the next year. It'll be set on the map for Dance, which will be the first time we've been able to play the map in over a year, and it'll have complete cross-progression with Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2.0, and DMZ. This means that any weapon you unlock in any of those 3 game modes, you'll be able to use it in any of the other 3 games. So if I unlock an M4 in Warzone Mobile, I'll have it already unlocked for Warzone 2.0, Modern Warfare 2, and DMZ. It's pretty cool that they're doing the cross progression, and I'm personally very excited about it. The next thing that they talked about was DMZ. DMZ is very unique because it's Call of Duty's take on Escape from Tarkov. There's raids that you go on where you have to accomplish certain tasks or missions in the raid, or pick up certain items and extract, and you have to do this all while staying alive. If you die, you lose all your progress and you have to start over again. On top of that, anything that you bring into the raid with you can be lost. So if I'm carrying a really nice M4 and I die, I lost that M4. I don't get it back unless you possibly have insurance on it. And even then, that's if another player doesn't pick it up. Overall, I'm very excited for DMZ. It's Call of Duty's take on Escape from Tarkov, and I like Escape from Tarkov not nearly as much as like Call of Duty, but close to the same amount. So I'm happy to see Call of Duty is doing something very similar to Escape from Tarkov. The next thing to talk about is the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. Personally, I love the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. I have a lot of great things to say about it, but there's also a lot of things that you need to know about the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer so you can dominate the beta weekend. And there's a lot to cover, so let's go ahead and start off by talking about sliding. Sliding is completely different than anything we've seen in the last 3 years of Call of Duty titles. There is no slide canceling, so don't expect to be doing that. There's technically slide canceling, but it's just as slow as sliding itself, so I wouldn't recommend it. When you slide, you are not able to use your gun. You can change the direction of what you're pointing, but you can't pull the trigger until you come out of your slide. So sliding should not be used as an offensive maneuver. It's better as a defensive maneuver, trying to move from one side of the door to another, or just trying to get into cover as fast as you can. But we also now have Dolphin Diving in Modern Warfare 2. And Dolphin Diving is just jumping and trying to go prone as fast as possible, so that way you can get a kill. From what I've seen and what I've experienced, about 75% of the time when someone dolphin dived, I still killed them, regardless of the fact that they were going to the ground as fast as possible. The dolphin dive is very slow, it's not as fast as it was in previous Call of Duty titles, but it's still an offensive maneuver. Personally, I found dolphin diving great for avoiding proximity mines or trying to jump into cover as fast as possible. Overall, I found dolphin diving and sliding to be better as a defensive maneuver, trying to get into cover as fast as possible. I don't really recommend it for offensive maneuvers, but if you can make it work, then go for it. This kind of brings me all to the next point, which is, without all these movement bonuses and all the movement that we've seen previous Call of Duty players have, especially in the last 3 years, the game has become more about hitting your shots. And that brings us to the point of time to kill. I personally am a huge fan of the time to kill in Modern Warfare 2. It's not extremely fast like it was in Vanguard or Modern Warfare 2019, but it's not emptying an entire clip into somebody like you were in Cold War. It has a really good position where if you have to get about 6 or 7 shots on the target, and that'll kill the enemy. Now, some people might be saying, that's too slow, but in real life, most people can take about 3 or 4 bullets before they actually go down. That's why there's a thing called double tap. Anyways, the accuracy is a big problem for a lot of Call of Duty players. Like I've already talked about in my other video, the best spot to aim for better accuracy is 90 degrees off your body parallel to the ground. This puts your gun right in the middle of the enemy's chest, so the recoil of the gun will carry the bullets upwards into their head, or if they're crouching, you're already lined up on the top of their head and you'll get a quick headshot. For Modern Warfare 2, I recommend everyone works on aiming and understands that the time to kill is a little bit slower than what we've seen in the past, so this is going to make the game a lot more about being accurate than moving around like an ice cube in a hot frying pan. This kind of brings me to my next point that's really more of a trick to know about Modern Warfare 2. In Modern Warfare 2, it's not like previous Call of Duty titles in the fact that your bullets do not come out of the muzzle of your gun. They come out of the barrel of your gun. What I mean by this is in previous Call of Duty titles, the bullets of the gun came out of the muzzle, not the barrel. Meaning I could point the barrel of the gun sideways or crooked or anywhere, but the muzzle would be where the bullets are coming from. So I could still have the gun pointed, angled towards the ground, and hit my opponent who's directly in front of me, parallel with me. It didn't really make sense, and it's something that a lot of Call of Duty players really never noticed, but with Modern Warfare 2, a lot of people are noticing the change. In Modern Warfare 2, your bullets come out of the barrel of the gun. So whatever angle your barrel is at, those are where the bullets start firing from. So when you pull up your weapon from running to actually aim down sights, your first shot might be from the bottom left where you're pulling the weapon from, as the barrel is still pointed towards the ground. And this is a great example of Call of Duty's attention to realism in the new Modern Warfare 2. It's something I'm a big fan of just because it's what you would experience in the real world. Your bullets aren't going to go perfectly straight out of your gun, they're going to come at whatever angle you're pointing the barrel, which is what we're seeing in Modern Warfare 2. So just a heads up on that, know that the angle of your barrel is a little bit more determining of where your bullets are going than the muzzle itself. This next thing that's being introduced in Modern Warfare 2 is something I'm personally excited about, because it got a lot of recognition in the Modern Warfare 2019 beta. You can actually hear what the enemy team was saying. The way they did communication in the Modern Warfare 2019 beta was messed up, so both teams could hear each other talking and actually could talk smack to each other. In Modern Warfare 2, DMZ, and Warzone 2.0, we're going to have proximity chat in-game, which means if I speak in-game, the other team will actually be able to hear me if they're close enough. So this is kind of a double-edged sword, because while it's cool to communicate with teammates who might be on PlayStation and might not be able to have an Xbox party with you, it also means that the enemy can hear you. So if you're talking about strategies and what you want to do at the beginning of the round or while you're near an enemy, they're going to hear you and they're going to automatically try to prepare to do the opposite of what you want them to do. I think it's a nice little introduction because it allows a little bit of smack talking. And what would a Modern Warfare 2 game be without a lot of smack talking? I don't think there's anything more toxic in the world than a Modern Warfare 2 lobby in 2009. Honestly, those memories are some of the best memories I have just because of the ability to hop in a lobby and play against people consistently and talk smack to them. That's what a Modern Warfare 2 game should be, and I'm glad they introduced this again in Modern Warfare 2 2022. Another thing that was introduced in Modern Warfare 2, which I personally am not a fan of, is a third-person shooter game mode. This is basically where the camera's above your right shoulder, about 3 feet behind you and about 3 feet up in the air, and you can actually use a third person to see your character model and see around corners, kind of. I found a lot of problems with this myself playing, just because it was very nauseating to me. When you aim down sights, you went from up and behind your shoulder all the way down into your weapon's actual sight reticle itself. So if you zoom in and then zoom out and then zoom in and then zoom out, it was very nauseating. It was almost like they had this motion blur on that you couldn't turn off for aiming down your sights of a weapon. Along with that, turning from left to right had a really bad motion blur for me, and even just the motion itself was causing me to have a really bad nausea. Personally, I'm not a fan of the third-person shooter game mode that they're going to have in Modern Warfare 2, but I know a lot of people like that game mode and game style. While I love games like Gears of War, it's really poorly done in Modern Warfare 2, which might be my only complaint about the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer so far. And the next thing I want to talk about is just my overall opinions and what I've seen so far from the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer might be some of the best multiplayer I've seen out of Call of Duty in years. The gameplay is very well balanced to me. There's a good movement speed, their spawns are equally set across the map so that if you push to one side, the enemy team's spawning on the other and you're not getting spawn locked like you were in Modern Warfare 2019. On top of that, the movement overall just feels better. It feels a lot more accurate to what you see in real life, especially with the different little animations that they have for characters aiming down sights where they throw up their right elbow a little bit. I just am a big fan of all the movement they've done for Modern Warfare 2 so far. I'm a huge fan of the fact that they got rid of slide canceling just because it was a very toxic thing in the game that was made by error. It wasn't even supposed to be in the original Modern Warfare 2019 game or in Warzone at all. I'm just happy that it's gone. The Dolphin Diving is neat, but it kind of seems very situational to me, and I wouldn't really use it offensively. I'd rather just run around and shoot at people while running. Overall, I'm very happy with the time to kill in Modern Warfare 2. It's not too fast like Modern Warfare 2019 or Vanguard, where 3 or 4 shots will kill somebody, but it's not dumping an entire mag into somebody like Cold War was. You have this kind of good spot where 6 to 7 shots will actually kill somebody, but you have to be accurate and hit all 6 or 7 shots. You're not just going to be able to kill somebody just because you got lucky. And I've heard a lot of people complaining about the time to kill in Modern Warfare 2. If you really don't like the time to kill in the standard multiplayer of Modern Warfare 2, then go play Hardcore. We know Hardcore is going to have a significantly lower health bar and a lot easier to kill people. So there's going to be an option for everyone no matter what type of playstyle you like. If you're a little more casual and you want to be about accuracy, like you're going to have to deal in Warzone 2 and in DMZ, the standard multiplayer is great for you. If you like Modern Warfare 2019 and Vanguard's fast time to kill, I recommend the Hardcore mode. Personally, I was just very happy with Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer overall. There's nothing that really I can complain about other than the third-person view, but that was just because it was making me nauseous. Although it might not be that way for you, I recommend trying it out just in case and have a little bit of fun. I'll have a video coming out here in another couple days talking about Warzone 2.0 and what we saw so far, and it's a very unique game. I can't say I would call it a Warzone game, but it's definitely a battle royale. I'll explain that a lot more in a couple days. But until next time, I am IceBurgz, your Call of Duty informant. Stay frosty.